I know I have a lot of supporters who were former military. Some of the biggest libertarian guys that I know, as far as like influential, were vets, right? But there's something. I remember I did a video. I've done plenty of videos about like people and reconsidering their blind support for like law enforcement and military and shit like that. I've talked about that before. I have another example of that in terms of what I want to show you. I'm pretty sure you guys got a term for what you guys call people like this. My position has always been, it doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter veteran or anybody. I don't think anybody's old support or allegiance. That doesn't matter who it is, or what your profession is. Period. This whole I've never liked the whole this person did this for you even though I didn't ask them, all of that type of shit. But here we have another example of what I'm talking about and why these guys don't inherit any sort of support, because you have dickheads like this that walk around. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Vote Vets. It's a bunch of leftist vets. And you are, I just want to be clear, make it abundantly clear. You are a special kind of asshole if you are a vet actively trying to disarm people in this country. So this is what they said. It's not gun control. It's gun safety. And if you're against gun safety, you shouldn't have a gun. The fact that even is like a thing that they feel comfortable with, again, not only does it speak to my previous point, but again, I believe you're a special kind of butthole in the event that's what it is that you are, where you think that basically, you've heard this before, we've covered it on this channel. You get the, Democrats love sending these vets out here and they're like, oh, well, I did this, fought this war, and this type of gun, this AR, which whatever, AR should not be on the streets. Like, okay. It's leftist playbook, authoritarian leftism playbook. This whole gun safety, like, because if you're against anything that they do, right, which includes disarming you, making it more difficult for you to own weaponry or own arms, be able to protect yourself or your family, and the way they word it is in a way that, okay, well, how could you be against this? Which is why they try to rephrase things, right? They redefine things. So it's gun safety now, right? Because you of course want people to be safe, right? So why would you be against what it is that we do? Changes of language, redefining things, and the problem again I have with it are, this is the reality, and I know a lot of people, this is gonna make some of y'all uncomfortable. It is what it is. You need to be made uncomfortable. When y'all talk about y'all beloved Second Amendment, and some people say, well, it wasn't there because of hunting. That's not why that was implemented. They just came from fighting a war, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's assume that's true. So in the event that we talk about tyrannical government, who are the guys that you would generally be coming in conflict with? If it got to that point, who would it be? It ain't gonna be Bernie Sanders. It ain't gonna be Joe Biden. It ain't gonna be Kamala Harris. It ain't gonna be any of them crackheads with D's and R's next to the name. Who is it gonna be? People that are part of the two institutions that I say again don't inherit support, and I tell you guys to reconsider. And this is why I have a specially despise people who would dare to be a veteran and try to tell people or make it more difficult for them to own weapons. That's bullshit. Okay? And like I said, I know I have a lot of supporters that are former military. Again, some of the biggest libertarians that I know, hell, it was the military itself that killed them because, they go and do all of this stuff that they know they had no business doing, and then they come back like, why in the hell was I doing that? And it's a lot of them turn into libertarians. And I actually say, I've said this many times, how I feel like those are some of the most valuable libertarians when it comes to getting that message out there. Libertarian veterans. Liberty-minded veterans. Now, I don't think it'll ever be as black and white as any event that the stuff hits the fan. It'll be black and white as everybody in the military would just be turning on their citizens. I don't think that would be how it will go. I do think that a lot of people underestimate how many of them would do it. I think people have, when it comes to police officers and military folk, people have this expectation, and they think that expectation, or what they expect, or rather what they've maybe been taught in terms of how to look at both of those two different institutions, as if, and I think a lot of people got peeled in the past year on the police thing, not necessarily with military, but certainly with the police. A lot of people, definitely with the lockdowns, and the same people that a lot of folks would say are these uber good people, were had no problem definitely in urban areas enforcing lockdowns, doing nothing, standing aside as people went and go destroy your businesses and stuff. So a lot of people got peeled by them. But again, it just goes back to that those folks do exist. It should be acknowledged that they exist, and they shouldn't be undermined, because that's how you become unprepared. And this is why I say that those libertarian veterans, who are some of the most, a lot of them not only support me, but I support them and what it is that they do, and why I feel as if they're so valuable to tell not only their side of the story, but also acknowledge this reality that exists right now, and that I think a lot of people undermine when we talk about them, and we talk about Second Amendment, we talk about stuff hitting the fan. I think people undermine the amount of people that, yes, any event the politicians said you need to go attack your citizens, I think you undermine the amount of people that are vets, or rather active duty military, as well as cops, that would have absolutely no problem doing that. And then they just say, well, I'm just doing my job. And well, not at all. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.